Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a 40-minute yoga pilates fusion workout, so when you're ready to begin, roll out your mat and let's get started. We're going to start in a nice and easy child's pose. Allow your head to sink into the mat beneath you with your arms extended out. We're going to take it to the right side, so walk your left hand out and cross your right hand on top of your left. We'll take it to the left now, so walk your left hand out and cross your right hand over your left. Roll your spine forward and come into an easy tabletop position, making sure your knees are underneath your hips and your arms are underneath your shoulders. Extend your right arm out and your left leg out straight. And when you're ready, crunch in by bringing your elbow to your knee. Extend it straight out again and crunch in. Good job, just one more. And then we'll hold our arm and leg extended out straight and push each one to either side. So out and then in. Arm out, leg out, and then back in. Good job. Now go ahead and lower your arm and leg down, and you can roll it out through that left wrist, and we'll take it straight away to the other side. So extend your left arm out, right leg out, crunch in, and extend both out again. Remember, you should be keeping your core tight here. Last one, and good job. So hold your arm and leg extended out, and take your arm and leg out to the side and bring it back towards the center. Focus on your obliques here. Good job. You can lower your arm and leg down and roll it out through your right wrist. Now we're just going to warm up our spine by arching our spine and looking up towards the sky, and rounding our spine and looking towards your navel. Good job. Now we'll take it into our first downward facing dog, so when you're ready, lift your knees and press back into your first down dog. You can pedal your feet here if you need, just to warm up to this position, or you can just press your heels back into the mat to get a hamstring stretch. When you're ready, lift your right leg straight up towards the sky, bend your knee, arch your back, and plant your foot lightly in between your hands. You're going to pick yourself up, extend your arms straight forward, and make sure both feet are facing towards the front of your mat. Your hip should be facing forward, core should be tight, and your front knee should not be going past a 90-degree angle. Okay, now we're going to transition into Warrior 2, so spin your back foot down and turn your torso towards the left. You can bring your arms out to the side, but make sure your gaze is towards your right fingertips. Now we're going to reverse our warrior by bringing our right fingertips forward, flipping your palm up towards the sky and bending back. Now bring your right hand forward, bend your elbow and rest it on your right knee, bringing your left arm parallel to your ear. Okay, so we're going into our Warrior 3, so bear with me, it's going to be a little tricky. So bring both arms up, bend most of your weight into your right knee, and if you need to, you can take a couple steps with your left, and go ahead and lift your left leg up towards the sky as you bend your torso forward. We'll just be here briefly, so try to focus on something still in front of you. Great job. You can lower your left knee and bring it in towards your chest by hugging it in with your arms. Okay, go ahead and lower down your left knee onto the mat, and we're gonna bend into our chair. So reach your arms forward and bend your hips back. Your hips should be pushed back so that most of the weight is in your heels. Then just swing your arms back and forward. Back and then forward. Okay, now hold your arms forward, and we're gonna finish it off by doing little pulses. So pulse up and down, up and down. Woo, good job. You can raise all the way back up to standing, dive forward, and come into your forward fold. Catch your breath, and when you're ready, step back into high plank, and we'll take our vinyasa. So with one foot raised, take a tricep push-up, lift yourself up to upward facing dog, and push yourself back into downward facing dog. Then we'll repeat it on the other side. With your leg lifted, take a push-up, go into your up dog, and push back into your downward facing dog. All right, we'll repeat that sequence on the other side. So lift your left leg up, bend your knee, arch your spine, and plant your foot softly in between both hands. Lift up into your high lunge, making sure both feet are facing forward, as well as your hips and your core is tight. We're going to spin our back foot towards the right and come into our strong warrior two. Remember, your arms come out to the side, but your gaze is towards your left fingertips. Now to reverse our warrior, we're going to bring our left palm forward, flip it up, and extend back, resting your right hand on your right shin. Use your obliques to come out of this position. Bend your left elbow and rest it on your left knee, extending your right arm parallel to your ear. Okay, we're gonna go back into warrior three. So when you're ready, lift both hands up, get strong in your left foot, walk forward with your right foot, and lift it up slowly, bringing your torso closer to the ground. Your arm should be extended in front of you, and remember to keep your stomach sucked in so that you maintain a strong core to help you balance in this pose. To come out of it, reach your right foot forward, hug your knee in, and then you can go ahead and lower the knee down to the ground when you're ready. We're gonna drop back into our chair pose, but this time we're gonna lift our heels up and then down. Lift them up and then down. Remember, the majority of your weight should be in your heels until you lift onto your toes. I know your legs are burning, so are mine, but just keep with it, guys. All right, to finish, we're gonna hold on our tippy toes and do some little pulses. So you're gonna post down and then back up. Don't worry if you have to put your feet down for a second like I did. That is perfectly normal. Just 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and lift yourself all the way back up to standing. Bend down into your forward fold and take a breather for a moment. Step your feet back into plank with one leg lifted, and we'll take our vinyasa. Go into up dog and then press back into down dog. Good job. We'll take that to the other side by lifting our opposite leg, bending our elbows into our chest, lifting it up into up dog, and then pressing back to down dog. We're going to lift our right leg again, Bend your knee in, bring it in towards your chest, and lightly plant it between your hands. This time, you're going to lift your right hand up to come into your simple twist. Just take a breather here. You deserve it after that tough sequence. Then return your right hand back to the mat, and this time lift your left hand up towards the sky. Okay, we're going into side plank, so twist your back foot down to the ground and bring your right knee to meet it. If you need to, you can stagger your feet a little bit to get more support. Now we're going to hug our side in, lift our arms up, hug in, and lift up again. This is a really great exercise for your obliques, so make sure that you're engaging your core and keeping your hips raised high above the ground. Great job, guys. Just 3 more. 3 and 2 and 1. Good job, guys. Go ahead and place your hand down and step back into your downward facing dog. You can pedal your feet here if you need, or just stay in your down dog. Now we're going to lift our left leg up, bend our knee, round our chest, and bring it in between our hands. Again, we're going to lift up our left hand, coming into simple twist. Just breathe here. It should be a really great stretch for your spine and for your shoulders. Then you can bring your left hand down to the ground and lift your right hand up to the sky. Okay, we're going to come back into side plank, so rotate your back foot down and bring your other leg next to meet it. Now we're going to hug our spine, and then we're going to lift our hand back up to the sky. So hug yourself and then lift your hand back up. Remember, this is an oblique exercise, so try to keep your hips lifted and your core engaged. Good job. You can lower your right hand back down to the ground and press it back into your downward facing dog. Take 1 deep breath in and out, and then riffle your spine forward to high plank and back to down dog again. As you riffle your spine forward to high plank, make sure you're keeping your core engaged. And last time, we're going to riffle forward. And this time, we're going to drop our elbows close to our chest and lower ourselves all the way down onto our stomachs. Cross your forearms and allow your head to rest on your arms. We're going to take little chest lifts by lifting everything up and down. So lift your head and torso up and down. Make sure you're keeping your feet connected to the mat. The only thing that should be moving is your upper body. Good job. Now allow your head and arms to rest down, lift both legs up, and start fluttering your feet in the air. If you want to take this one step further, you can lift your head and arms again as your feet are lifting. Or you can take it one step further and reach your arms behind you so that your chest and your head are exposed. Just 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Allow your whole body to rest down. Press yourself up and back into your beautiful child's pose. Make your way to your back by crossing your legs behind you and sitting onto your bottom, and roll your spine all the way down onto the mat for some core work. Lift both legs with your knees opened wide and your toes together, and we'll take some crunches with our hands behind our head. So you're going to crunch up and then back down, crunch up and then back down. Remember, there should be no gap between your lower back and the mat. You really want to make sure that your core is doing the majority of the work. On this last one, you're going to hold your chest lifted and bring your right elbow to your left knee and crunch in 2 times, and then bring your left elbow to your right knee and crunch in another 2 times. So we're doing bicycle crunches, but with 2 pulses rather than just 1. Last 2, and allow yourself to rest on your mat for 1 brief moment. Then we're going to bring our heels in close towards our bottom and lift our hips up towards the sky. Drop your hips down and lift them up. You want to make sure that your hips are slightly tucked under and that your belly isn't pressing towards the sky more than your hips are. Alright, we're going to hold on this last one and then take little pulses to finish. So rather than pulsing all the way down, just pulse halfway and then back up. Just 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Lower your hips all the way back down. Lift your head and shoulders off the mat and bring your knees to a tabletop position. Now we're going to take our hundreds by pulsing our arms up and down, up and down. This should be relatively quick so that you're feeling a burn in your abs. Just 5 more seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. You're going to roll yourself up to seated for a quick break, and then when you're ready, roll back down onto your back. Once again, we're going to bring our right elbow to our left knee, but this time we're going to kick our right leg straight up and then back down. Kick it straight up and then back down. If you want to, you could also bicycle your leg up rather than kicking it straight up by bending your knee and then extending it straight. Just 3 more. 2. And last 1. Good job. Now we're going to hold our leg and pulse it up and down, making sure that it's not going to touch the mat beneath us. This is a tough one, but just hold on and push through it, guys. I believe in you. Great, now we're going to take it straight over to the other side by bringing our left elbow to our right knee and kicking our right leg up and down. Bicycle it up and then back down. Okay, we're gonna come into our straight leg pulses once more. Last one, and good job. Rest your head down, maybe circle your knees back and forth, and when you're ready, lift yourself up to seated and step back into your downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal your knees to get a good hamstring stretch, and when you're ready, straighten them both out. Lift your right leg up towards the ceiling, bend your knee, bring it in towards your chest and in between your hands, just like we did before. Now we're gonna lift up into our warrior one. This time our back foot is at a 45-degree angle, but our hips are still facing forward. Remember to keep a strong core here, bend as low as you can, but make sure that your front knee is bent at a 90-degree angle. This time we're just going to take a big step forward with our left leg and center ourselves back in our mountain pose with our hands to our chest. When you're ready, step your legs out and come into a deep squat. Push back up, squat again, push back up, and squat again. So these are relatively quick squats, but you want to make sure that you're really focusing on your glutes by pushing your hips far behind you. When you bend down, most of your weight should be in your heels, not the toes. Okay, now hold deep in this last squat and we're going to take little pulses up and down. On this last one, go ahead and straighten out your legs, heel toe your feet back towards center, and go ahead and come into your forward fold. On your next inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky, and exhale, lower them back down to your side. You're going to step your right foot behind you and come into your goddess, which is a really wide, low squat. We're just going to hold it here for a little bit, but make sure that your legs are doing most of the work. You should be in a deep squat with your booty pressed back behind you. Now we're going to lift alternate heels by lifting our right heel and then our left, right and then left. Careful not to lose your balance, and if you need to, take this slow. Remember, this class is at your own pace, so always do what's comfortable with your own body. Okay, now we're going to take little pulses up and down just to finish this off. I know your legs are burning, but hang in there, we're almost through. And go ahead and straighten your legs. That should feel really good, guys. You deserve the rest. And you're going to go ahead and fold forward with your hands on the mat. If you want, you can take your forearms to the mat as well. Whatever you want to do, it's your practice. Okay, now we're gonna lift ourselves back up, tippy toe our hands back to the front of the mat, and pivot on both of our feet to step back into downward facing dog. Then we're gonna bring our left leg forward this time in between both hands and lift up into warrior one on the other side. Remember, your foot should be at a 45-degree angle and your hips should be facing forward. When you're ready, you're going to take one big step forward to the front of your mat and bring both palms to the center of your chest. Take a moment to breathe, recenter yourself, and then we're going to go ahead and lift our hands up and do some marches. So just bring your knees up, one at a time. Up, down, up, down. Remember that this is a core exercise, so make sure that you're keeping your core tight and not just marching your legs without challenging the rest of your body. Good job. After that last one, we're just going to fold forward once more, take a breath, and recenter ourselves. When you're ready, step back into your plank, reach one leg up, and take your vinyasa. Then we'll take it to the other side by reaching the opposite leg up, bending our arms, coming into our up dog, and pressing back into downward facing dog. Okay, we're gonna drop onto our hands and our knees in our tabletop position, lift our left leg up and down, up and down. Make sure that your hips are as square as possible and your leg is the only thing that's moving. On this last one, we're gonna hold our leg up and take little circles with our leg. Just 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Your leg should be burning. Go ahead and allow it to rest on your mat. Give your glute a little rub. And when you're ready, lift that same leg back up and prepare for some tricep push-ups. So we're gonna bend our elbows in towards our chest and then come back up. So bend down, drop your chest down, and lift back up. We just have 3 more, so 1, 2, and then this is the third and final one. We're gonna hold in our tricep push-up halfway through and then just lift our leg up and down. I know your arms are gonna be burning, guys, so are mine, but just push through, you're almost through it. Then on this last one, you're just gonna bend all the way down and allow your belly to rest on the mat. Extend your arms behind you, interlace your fingers, and take a nice shoulder stretch. Now we're gonna press back up into our tabletop position and take that straight away to the other side. So lift your right leg, up, down, up, down. On this last one, we're gonna go ahead and hold that leg high and then take those little circles again. Just 5 more to go, guys. You're almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Go ahead and lower that leg down just for a second. Give your glute a little rub. And then when you're ready, we're going to extend that leg right back out again and prepare for our tricep push-up. So we're gonna bend down, press back up, bend your elbows in, press back up. We just have a couple more, so push through it. Okay, on this last one, you're gonna hold halfway through and lift that right leg up and down. Up, down, up, down. I know your arms are burning, mine were too. Remember, this is really good for our upper and lower bodies. After that last pulse, you can go ahead and lower your leg down, spread your knees apart, and go ahead and lower back down into your child's pose, just taking a very well-deserved rest. If you have any shoulder pain, you can go ahead and flip your palms up towards the sky to get into your shoulders and lower back. When you're ready, you're going to come back into your high plank, lift your right leg, and bring your right knee into your right elbow. Extend it straight back, bring your right knee into your right elbow, and then you're going to do this one last time and extend your leg straight back. Come back into your 3-legged dog by bringing your right foot straight up. And this time we're going to bring it to our right elbow, press back into 3-legged dog, and then bring our knee over and across to our left elbow. So this time we're targeting both our left and right obliques. Just one more. So bring it to your right elbow, lift it straight up, and then bring it all the way down back into your downward facing dog. Now we're gonna go ahead and go to the other side by lifting our left leg up and bringing our left knee to our left elbow, lifting it straight up again, and continuing this until we eventually come to our opposite elbow. So extend your leg straight up again, press back into your three-legged dog, and then bring your left elbow to your left knee. Bring your left knee back to your right elbow this time, and then continue this process. Good job. Now one last one, and then we can lift our leg back and then come straight into our mountain climbers. These are just slow mountain climbers, so no jumping if you don't want to. Just cross your right knee to your left elbow and your left knee to your right elbow. If you want to keep up with the slow mountain climbers, you're more than welcome to, or if you want a challenge like me, I am going to jump my knees in and out. So we're going to pick up the heart rate a little bit here. Just a couple more, and good job. You can lower back down onto your forearms and come into your low plank. We're just gonna hold this. This is one of our last exercises in class, so push through this last section, and I believe in you. Just 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. I know that burned, guys, so give yourself a very well-deserved rest and go back into your child's pose with your head resting against the mat and your arms extended straight out in front of you. Roll onto your hands and knees, sit back onto your glutes, and we're gonna come into our high boat. So we're gonna lift both of our feet off the ground, extend our arms straight with our knees bent, lower down to low boat, and back up to high boat. Remember, your core should be doing most of the work here, so keep it tight and it will make this exercise a lot easier. Okay, on this last one, we're going to lower down onto our forearms with our legs still extended, and we're going to scissor kick our legs back and forth. Just 3 more seconds. 2 and 1. Good job, guys. So now we're going to go ahead and extend our legs straight, kick them straight up, drop them to the right, circle them to the left, and lift them back up again, all in one big circle. Remember, your abs are doing most of the work, specifically your lower abs, so try not to rock too much with your hips or your spine. Good job. We're going to lift ourselves back up onto seated and perform our final exercise of class. So when you're ready, roll down into your C curve, extend your arms straight, and start twisting to the left and then to the right. To the left and then to the right. If you want to make this just a little bit harder, you can also start marching your feet. So when you twist to the right, your right leg goes up, and when you twist to the left, your left leg goes up. Just 3 more. 2. And last one. That will be your final exercise of class, guys. So go ahead and roll all the way back down to your back. Open your knees with your soles of feet together and put one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. Just take this time to relax and feel the sensations in your body after that beautiful yoga Pilates fusion practice today. And maybe take a moment to think of 3 things that you're grateful for. When you're ready, close your legs back together, lift yourself all the way up, and then we're going to come into our beautiful cobra stretch just to stretch out our abs after all of that core work today. When you're ready, go ahead and press back into your downward facing dog. Lift your right leg straight up, bend your knee, bring it in between your hands, and drop your back knee down. We're going to come into a hip flexor stretch, so you can put both hands on top of your right knee and press your hips forward to really feel it in that left hip flexor. Then you can crawl your toes forward, straighten your leg, get length through your spine, and go ahead and bend over that right leg for a beautiful hamstring stretch. Lift yourself up, bend your knee again, walk your right toes out to the right, and go ahead and allow your knee to just fall open. If you need more of a stretch, you can take your right hand and push it into your right knee, and you should really feel it with your right and left hips. Go ahead and heel toe your foot back to center, and cartwheel your right hand behind you to grab a hold of your left toes for a beautiful quad stretch. Come back onto your hands and knees, press back into your downward facing dog, and we'll repeat that on the other side. So lift your left leg, bend your knee, and plant your foot in between your hands. Allow your back knee to drop and interlace your hands on top of your left knee, pressing your body forward to feel a beautiful stretch with your right hip flexor. Now you can lower your hands back down, crawl your foot forward, straighten your leg, get length through the spine first, and bend over that left leg. Carefully come out of that stretch and heel toe your foot to the left, allowing your knee to fall open. Again, you can press your knee open if you need a deeper stretch, or you can just stay like that. When you're ready, heel toe your foot back into center, cartwheel your left hand behind you to grab onto your right foot, and come into a quad stretch. Release your foot, bring your left hand back to center, and go ahead and sit back onto your glutes. Extend both legs forward, making sure to flex your feet, reach your hands above your head, get length through your spine, and hold on to the backs of your feet or your shins, whatever you can get a hold to. Then you can roll yourself all the way back down onto your back, grab a hold of your left knee with your right hand, and allow your knee to fall over to your right side, coming into your supine twist. If you want a deeper twist, you can also turn your gaze towards the left side and extend your left arm straight out. Release your knee, come back to center, and we'll repeat that on the other side. So hug your right knee into your chest, cross it over with your left hand, and turn your gaze over towards the right side with your right arm extended. Thank you for joining me today for a 40-minute Yoga Pilates fusion class. I really hope that you enjoyed. I know that a lot of you were looking forward to more yoga videos, so if you did, it would mean a lot if you could subscribe, turn on the notifications, comment down below, and share this video with a friend or family member that might enjoy it. It's completely free, but it would really help me reach more people like you and keep putting out more content like this. With that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Have a beautiful rest of your day.